What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Wars in the Stars, episode number 54. Today, we have Boba Fett because he obviously wasn't available for his own show.
Oh yeah,
He,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I didn't have enough we didn't have enough money to get me like any lines in the show, so I had to come here to talk.
Boba has been in the show for a total of 10 seconds the last 2 weeks, and it's called the Book of Boba Fett. Wait, it's seriously the Book of Boba Fett? I
No,
haven't seen Boba.
I see the show name behind you.
Oh,
There
oh
it
man,
is.
it's the Book of Boba Fett, but it focused on Luke
All right,
Skywalker.
fine. I'll put the helmet on of who the show really is about. There we go.
You sure that this is a Book of Boba episode? It's not a Book of Luke Skywalker? No, no, it's a book of not the Book of the Mandalorian. No, no, it's the Book of Boba Fett. Okay, interesting. All right, guys. Well, today we're gonna talk about the fantastic episode that was episode 6. Uh,
The
what was it
worst.
called?
I don't know. Hold on, I can look this up.
I think it
Um,
was a play on the first episode's title, right? Uh, a de-
from the desert comes a stranger.
From the desert comes a stranger. Obviously, I thought at first it was referring to Cobb Vanth, who I was really excited to see because
I know.
he's a great character. First off, he's a
Great
fantastic
actor.
character. Timothy Oliphant's great, but the stranger was Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. I will say, let's talk about Cad Bane. I know we got a lot to talk about, but I want to just jump straight onto this.
Yeah.
I'm happy he's here, but there's just something wrong with him, and I don't know. I talked to somebody else who freaked out at Cad Bane being in the show. Like she flipped ball sack about him being alive. She said she was really disappointed with how he looked.
I thought he looked great. I didn't think
I
once.
I did too. I think he looks too bright of a blue, and I think his eyes are too big. I don't think
So
he's
I
I don't think he's proportioned right.
I saw somebody say that his face looks too big, like it should be narrower. But I'm
Mm-mm.
like, that's
I
I didn't.
I think this, okay, and I'm gonna get into this point. I have the same complaint about Ahsoka when she first showed up. I think the orange that they have for her is not at all close to what she has. But then again, we are going from animated, where the person can look different from every single lighting, to a constant in live action.
Right. Yeah, I thought he looked. I thought
He
he looked
was
fantastic.
badass,
He had
bro.
the hat.
As soon
I
as
was missing the toothpick.
yeah, I wanted him to start twirling the toothpick. And
That's how I was gonna come on the show. I was gonna have a toothpick in my mouth and just.
we'll see.
uh,
I came on the show with who I thought the show was about, but I was clearly wrong.
but Alex, I want to ask you first because last week I can't lie, you were kind of a Luke Skywalker and Grogu denier. I said he was totally gonna be in it.
I
I
was
think more so that you wanted him to be wanted them to wait and go back to Boba's story. But I gotta ask you because we talked a little bit about the episode this morning over text. I gotta ask you, isn't this way more compelling than whatever the hell we were gonna get with Boba?
well, I don't know because the writers didn't know, so I don't know what they were going to plan to do with Boba. I think this, and I said it before we got started. Um, this show just should have ended after episode 4. His arc went full circle,
Yeah, he arced out.
and I feel like this, and I feel like if the show, I think I texted you this, because I'm going to bring up some of the points that we brought up through text, because it's just good to bring this in. My thing with the Mandoverse is this: I understand that at its core, its main protagonist is Din Djarin. Uh,
Right.
I understand that, but why are we sacrificing Boba Fett's show for this? This is something that Star Wars fans have wanted for literally ever, like
Mm-hmm.
ever. Um, and I'm just flabbergasted that what happened is Luke Skywalker, someone who has this much relation to Boba Fett, except they happen to be on the sail barge at the same time. Um, and Boba shot a few very bad shots at him
Yeah, right.
in both Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. That's the only sort of connection they have. Luke that has had more screen time and dialogue than Boba has had in like almost 3 episodes combined.
Yeah, yeah, for
I,
sure.
I think I think this show doesn't know what it wants to do. And I and many people defended last week because it was an interlude story.
Right.
Almost many books like Star Wars have these interlude stories where if we're catching up with a character or being introduced to a character, we want to know about that character. It
Cobb
would
Vanth was introduced in an interlude
he
in the
he
Aftermath
he had
trilogy.
he had interludes in every single Aftermath book, but it wasn't something that was just, oh, well, that's random. No, he was a concurrent character. He was there every book.
Right. And I think shout out Star Wars Explained, he talked about it, but like interludes, they still tie to the main theme of the show.
Yeah,
This was the first episode that I'm like interested. I loved it, obviously, right? And I think and I texted you this. I think we got to get out of our minds the show names. And I think that's what's going to be key for
yeah,
us moving forward. We
yeah,
just have to acknowledge that this is all the same universe and that anything can
yeah.
happen.
But
Now,
then
am
I
I a
also,
little disappointed
yeah,
that we've only focused on uh Din? We focused a lot on Din for 2 seasons. I'm like, you could do a little bit more with Boba, but I'm not going to complain because Din's story is far more compelling than Boba's.
but my thing to this is, why not just make this the Mandalorian season 3?
Yeah, it's a really interesting choice like there, Alex, because my thing is if these last 2 weeks have by far been two of the what would we say top 3
Easily,
Mandalorian episodes.
yeah.
Um, and it sets up a weird precedent. Like Rosario Dawson talked to she was gonna do a movie in December, but she said she was filming Star Wars. Well, her show wasn't filming. Mando was filming, so she's gonna show up again, I assume. It just
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense. Her cameo was the one that was really off-putting to me. Just like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but I
Well,
loved it.
here's Ahsoka.
But I loved it.
Mm.
Um, and we've talked about this. Cameos with a purpose. I think every cameo served a purpose here. It was just a weird way to go about it. I loved it. I tell you, I bawled my eyes out every time I listened to Luke talk because it was
Yeah.
just like it was Luke Skywalker.
Which, hold on. Amazing CGI, by the way.
Oh,
Perfect
fantastic!
CGI.
Holy
They
shit,
they need
so
to
much
go.
better, so
They need
much
to
better.
go in and redo the season 2 finale face. It's just
I
if you
felt like
could,
it was actually him. Like
it
it was
literally felt like Mark Hamill had somehow de-aged like 30 years. It was
right,
crazy. It was
and I
crazy.
loved they went with the Return of the Jedi outfit.
A modified version though.
Yeah,
It is different, but it's basically the same.
I loved it. I
I'm
love
I'm
when I loved everything. I think there were some lines of dialogue that it felt so Luke, and I think it's I'm not a big fan of TLJ, and I think it's my favorite iteration of Luke that we've gotten since Return of the Jedi. We didn't even get a lot with him. We just got him training Grogu and him with some words of wisdom,
yeah.
and I absolutely adored it. I just thought him talk about Yoda. I love how it's kind of gone full circle. When he put
Mhm.
him in the bag, I'm like, no way,
Yeah.
he's gonna do the training course. No way, he's gonna do flips and stuff.
But what
I
I
really love
think,
that.
my thing is this, is what I find really interesting um, about this and about how good that CGI was. I now think that a bigger chance of Luke going to Mandalore with Din and all of them is a higher chance now,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
they've shown us how good he can look and how good he can sound.
Well, it's not just him.
Yeah, it's
I think,
everyone. Grogu's gonna go with him.
and well, not just that. I think there are two other legacy characters that we haven't even seen yet in this universe. This Mando Filoni verse that Han and Leia, right? They're
Han
still out
is,
there.
from what I know, Han is still very heavily rumored for the finale.
I think he's gonna be in it.
I do too. And I think, I don't know, because my thing is this. The weird part about writing, especially in a time like right now with Star Wars, where this is after the originals, before the sequels, is we would have to hear, okay, so um let's say Han gets involved. He's probably going to bring Chewie with him, right? And
Correct.
Ben is alive at this point. He's about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years old,
Hmm.
depending on if this is so how depending on however long this is
Right.
after Mando season 2. Um, so you got to think like, so is it just going to be Han and Chewie, or is this going to be Han, Chewie, Luke, and Leia, or is this going to be the entire New Republic going to fight at Mandalore? And if it is, why was this not a bigger event in the galaxy at this point? And I also then ask, where were the Mandalorians at during the sequel trilogy? If the New Republic gets involved, that's what I feel like this show is building itself in a very, very weird game right now, where if it goes a certain way, for fan service, it might be really cool. But for a storyline, this might not make any sense.
Well, I think they can go the route. It's pretty simple with Mandalore that. And they're definitely gonna go the route that Grogu's gonna go back with Din. That's 100% happening.
Yeah, which is
Which
real unfortunate.
yeah, but I don't think it's the end of Luke, and I think you would agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start off by going with Din, and then Luke's gonna join with them. Because my thing is like when we saw Din go there, I was like, oh, Din's gonna spend the episode with Grogu. The way I was imagining this episode was going, because I have to say, and I'm just gonna get my full thoughts, like I'm not going full in depth. I texted Drew this. I currently give the Book of Boba Fett a 5 out of 10 as a series, although it has two of the best episodes. And I think it has some of the best world building, best character development in Star Wars. I still only give it a 5. And the reason why is this show doesn't know what it wants to do. The writers didn't know what they wanted. They didn't know if they should prioritize Boba Fett or fan service. And it seems like they were like, here's a little bit of Boba Fett, here's a little bit of fan service. Oh shit, we dropped the entire cup of fan service on the show.
And I don't think it's even more so fan service, Alex. I just think it's like we want to get back to Din. We want to get back to Din.
And I think that's the problem is Boba has been around in Star Wars for 40 years right now. For 40 years or so. Din
80.
is
Yeah.
Din has only been in Star Wars for 3 years, and he's
Right.
far more compelling. I'm sorry, but if you try to tell me that
Boba's
that
arced out. Where does the character
yeah,
go from now?
I don't know, and
He's
that's
a
the
crime
problem.
lord and he's a nice guy who's building up his criminal empire. Where
Yeah,
does he go? He just fights more criminal empires, more syndicates? Is that what season two's about? Because
yeah,
that's not as interesting as Din becoming the leader of his people, trying to take back a world, and eventually going to fight Thrawn. That
yeah,
is nowhere near as
no,
compelling.
nowhere near. And so, can you really just justify that this shouldn't have just been a Mando season 3? I mean, let's be real. I also want to say this because I agree with your point that we should just not care about the titles at this point anymore. This show was essentially labeled as Mandalorian season 2.5.
Right,
But
correct.
then I ask, then why name it the Book of Boba Fett if you're only going to spend 4 episodes on him? Because I said this to you. I said the comparison that I gave. Let me find it. I
You're
said,
talking
could you
about Iron
imagine?
Man 3,
Yeah, I
right?
said,
Yeah.
could you imagine if Marvel made Iron Man 3, but instead the first act focused on Tony and the second and third act was focused on Captain America and had little to do with Iron Man? Why name it Iron Man 3 at that point? Why not name it an Avengers movie? Or why not name it literally anything else?
Yeah, I get it. I totally do get it, Alex. And my thing is I'm a little worried about the character of Boba going forward because he's still going to be a big part of this universe, right? He's going to help out at the end when we reach the big climactic story event which I still don't know what it is. I don't. I think it could be Mandalore, but that could happen in season 3. And I mean,
Yeah,
these guys are always topping themselves. So like,
yeah.
I don't know at this point. But for Din's story, for Din's sake, just to go back to that, if these last two episodes are any indication about what Mando 3 is going to be like,
It's gonna be a
we're in for a
banger
treat.
season. Yeah,
We're in for a treat.
we're in for a potential 10 out of 10 episode every episode. And my thing right now, Drew, is that I also texted you this. I'm trying to find where I said it in our text. Okay, I said this. It was the first thing I texted you. I texted you, love the episode, but now the show has become my least favorite show, and this episode is the worst episode thus far. I probably should have put episode 4 of the show thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I definitely worded that wrong because I don't think this was the worst episode. Um, uh, but I think that what the show has now set, what the precedent of the show is now, is that Boba Fett, we don't care about you. Luke, we care
Sadly,
about
yeah.
you. Din, we care about you. Fennec, hardly remember that you're in the show at this point anymore. Um, the mods were in one episode and now are background characters. Um, Black Chrysanthemum isn't important anymore. Where are the Hutt twins? And where is the build for the finale at? I'm
I
sorry.
feel like we set
But
up the Pikes in episode 3,
yeah.
and we set up the Pikes in episode 3, and it's been 4 episodes and nothing. We're still in the
Yeah.
same spot basically with
Could
just an extra scene.
yeah. Can you imagine this? If in the next episode they introduce Crimson Dawn, it's too
I
late.
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
It,
surprised if I'm being honest. Alex, are
but
you gonna be surprised if we see Kira?
no, I wouldn't be. But I'm gonna say it's too late.
Right.
It's
It's gonna
it.
be very much the thing we say with Marvel, right? That they wait. Oh, episode 6. This is where we gotta reveal our big villain. You gotta
Yeah,
gotta wait. And I feel like somebody mentioned this. There was a big missed opportunity with Cad. I think he should have been in episode 2 or episode
yeah.
3 when we see him when we see the Tuskens dead, because I think he killed the Tuskens.
I do too. I think that theory works.
I would have much rather seen, or just like what they did with Boba in season 1, episode 5 of The Mandalorian. Just see his boots,
Yes. All
or just see the top of the hat.
you don't even have to like show us a part of his costume. You can literally just show us his boots, and you show the thrusters on his boots. And we all know who that is. There's only one cowboy in the galaxy who wears rocket boots like that. I mean, there is another guy in another universe who does that, but we're not in Marvel right now.
I just can't get over. Like I'm
This
like
episode to me is one of the most confusing things to rank because this is what I think is different from the Mando season 2 finale, which that Luke Skywalker thing was pure fan service. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That was fan service. That was
I disagree.
Oh, please enlighten me how you could justify that the story was building to Luke Skywalker.
Absolutely, it was. The whole season we were talking about Din bringing back a
That's
Grogu who was kind. Who is another Jedi that's out there? We met Ahsoka. I mean, Ezra's out
uh,
there, but uh, he's with Thrawn at this point. That's a different story that they're setting up.
but still,
Luke is
you
the
could
only Jedi that made sense, Alex.
but you
If he
could
had Cal
easily
Kestis, would
introduce
that be
anyone
interesting?
else. You could
Oh, okay.
easily introduce anyone else.
Quinlan Voss.
A,
What?
a brand new Jedi. Who cares? But my thing is the Luke Skywalker itself. Yes, Luke at that point, yes, he was the only one it could have been. Like you said, it couldn't have been Cal. It couldn't have been Quinlan. Like it just wouldn't have made thematic sense.
Mace Windu.
Don't even get me started on the Mace Windu theories, bro. Don't even. This show ignited them again, or reignited them. Bad theories, bad theories. But to me, it's like no, that was fan service. The entrance was fan service. Just everything about it was fan service.
I disagree.
And now I'm gonna say, was it fan service just for the sake of fan service? No, there was story to it. It's like you said, we were building to a Jedi, but Luke and doing what he did in that going through the cruiser, absolute fan service. We were seeing Luke at his most powerful state.
Right, but
But
he needed to be. He didn't just do
yeah,
it for the
yeah.
hell of it. He needed to
Oh,
be.
boy, please. That man was mowing down Dark Troopers like nothing. And I think the show built like, oh, these Dark Troopers are actually something real scary. Like Din could barely contend with one.
Right. That's the
How
whole
could
purpose. That's
it was
power
then
scaling.
yeah.
Right.
And so I say like with this episode and with what's different is that yes, that was fan service. There was thematic reason to it.
Right.
Uh, come on, Ahsoka didn't need to be in this episode. Luke did not need everything with Luke did not have to happen. Because I argue this. Why did we have to see it right now? Why could we not wait?
You didn't want to see Grogu jumping? That was
No,
the
I did in his show. And again, I think this. I think that this episode, while it was amazing, I think it was way better than the episode before this. I'm 1,000% down to say it's like 10 times better than last week's episode. Which,
it's
by the
yeah.
way, that's a huge bar to beat. Like it's
That's a
like you
massive
said.
bar to beat, bro. That's
Also,
massive.
also, Dave Filoni, bro, he's growing as a live action director. He's really good now. Like going from episode
Uh
one or season one, episode 5 of Mando to
I
now.
will say, yeah, he has like he's done a really good job, and it's such a Dave episode, right? Because he has Dave always talks about how he loves westerns,
Yeah,
so that shootout at the end is so I'm like that's
yeah.
Dave, that's so Dave Filoni.
Also, it's
Um,
like what's weird is that now at like this point, bro, anytime Dave Filoni directs an episode, bro, you know something big's gonna happen.
or a samurai, he very much into the samurai, so
Yep.
uh, the Jedi. But yeah, I
Again.
want to talk a little bit more about Cad Bane and like,
Saw. I started bawling eyes, bro. It was so awesome. So awesome.
I'm like, oh fuck, is that? It's oh fuck. I was just like, oh my god, bro. Like, and this is as somebody who I saw Cad Bane's first ever appearance in 2008, 9.
Yeah.
I saw
Eight.
his first ever appearance in that
Yes.
slummy apartment where he talks to Sidious. He's got the
Yeah.
toothpick, and then to see him a decade plus later in live action, uh,
Crazy.
is just amazing. I will say, he is an old man, like a really, really old man at this point.
His eyes are like this big too, by the way.
Yeah.
He's looking like this, like he's got all eyes on you. Again, the only thing that I would really critique is I wish he was a shade of blue darker, but literally, if that's my complaint, bro, take it to the bank. I still think this is one of the best like cameos in Star Wars of all time.
And I was even listening to Straw Hat Goofy. Straw Hat Goofy was like, I've never seen the Clone Wars, and this dude's already my favorite Star Wars character. And I'm like, yes,
Yes.
yes, that is so awesome, bro. You don't even. I can't wait to show my dad this because my dad doesn't really watch external media like that. But he's been okay on
Same.
some of the episodes. But he was
Same.
really high on last week. And
My Me and my dad, we binge when season 2 came out. We binge watched season 1 all the way through season 2 in like 3 sittings, and Anne was gassed at Luke. He loves Cad Bane, like loves Cad Bane. He's his favorite bounty hunter.
my dad's gonna be like, "Who's that guy?" But he's not gonna need to know because literally within the first 2 seconds, all you need to see him do: pull the holster out, pull the blaster out, and go bang, and then fuck that deputy. He deserved it. So
Dude, he pissed me off so much, bro. I was like, bro, pipe down a little, like calm
you're
down.
not supposed to park here.
You know, you know what he reminded me of when he said that? Have you ever seen those videos of those people who get in car crashes in like the bike lane? And they're like, you're not supposed to park there. It's like, okay, bro. Okay. Why you gotta be like
Uh,
that?
uh, Amanda's just like, "Yeah, I heard you. I'm looking for Cobb Vanth, though. I don't care what you're saying."
Yeah. I love how much he gets like invalidated. He's like, I got this, chief. Love it.
But Cobb Vanth, oh my god,
I know.
Cobb Vanth, and he's still a badass even
He's
without the
still
armor.
I know. I'm thinking like I think he survived. I think
Oh,
like
100%,
let's be real.
100%.
Now that deputy, stay dead. I
Well,
hope
he got
he
shot
got
3
shot.
times.
He got shot a lot.
He got
But yeah,
shot.
stay
Why
dead.
did the cat do that, bro? Why did he be like, See, Cad Bane, man, you gotta finish the job.
I know. I think it's just crazy though that like, um,
My question is though, what the hell was he doing during the time of the Empire?
I don't know, but like, I was talking to some friends earlier, and one of my friends, her name's Claire. You know, we were bringing up like the that deleted scene in Clone Wars of the shootout with Boba and Cad.
Right.
We talked about like do we think it's gonna happen in live action? I honestly don't think it will anymore. I think the thing is it's already happened because in well, first of all, Boba already has the dent in his helmet per the original trilogy.
Cad has the
Cad
cybernetic patch.
Cad has the metal patch on his head, so you're kind of just like, well, then what's the point of the shootout at that point?
So do you think they have a confrontation next week?
I think Fennec and Cad do
That'd be interesting.
because
I want to see Mando and him go at it.
oh, could you imagine? Like we see how fast Mando can pull the drop on someone.
We saw it again today. Like this dude, like just heard Ahsoka, like just move, and this dude's like,
Literally, dude, this man's got the Spidey sense, but on steroids.
steroids. I
He
want to
heard
see it.
he heard the grass move in the slightest a bit, and this man was neck up, gun out.
You already know Boba's not going to do anything next week. He's just everybody else is going to do the important stuff. Boba's just going to be standing there.
He's the badass, bro. He's returned to his original trilogy role.
Well, somebody pointed out that they did a nice homage to Boba. Din is in that same corner that we see Boba in Return of the Jedi when Leia turns on the thermal detonator, and Mando does the head nod thing, like Boba does in Return of the Jedi. Which, by the way, I love that with characters.
Yeah.
I mimic that all the time. That's all you
Yeah.
need to know.
My favorite thing though is like I showed you earlier. Like I have a Mandalorian helmet, which I'm in the process of sanding down so I can repaint. I also have a bunch of Mandalorian helmets I'm gonna make. You should watch my TikToks eventually. Like my favorite thing to do is put those helmets on and like just start bobbing my head. Like just start nodding a bunch. It's just you feel like such a badass, bro. Um, dude, let me ask you this, okay? Um, like, what did you think about finally seeing the one thing fans have always asked, the one thing that fans have always wanted to see, Luke and Ahsoka in the same place talking to each other?
I flower. I cried, dude. Um,
I literally did. I was speechless.
when she said you're just like your father, or you remind me about your father, bro. I bawled my eyes out, bro. I'm like, she did not just say that. Oh, and then when R2, like she saw R2, and then R2 got all happy. I'm like, nah, we're not doing this. Not doing this. Not doing this right now.
Yeah.
It is one of the more beautiful scenes in Star Wars ever. And it's Luke's connection to his father, and it's um what I really like though is that they kind of leave it open ended. Like I kind of wonder what Luke thinks of Anakin at this point.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wonder, what do you think Ahsoka has told Luke about Anakin?
I think their interactions have been pretty limited. I really do.
Because my thing is this, like in Rebels, we see Ahsoka talk about Anakin like quite extensively, not extensively like multiple times, but when she does talk to Ezra about Anakin, she does go pretty in depth about how she felt about him.
Yeah, he was the best Jedi Knight. He was, yeah, right.
Yeah, rarely lost a battle, and people would be surprised about how kind he really was. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, like, are
I
you
need
ever
to.
gonna
I
tell
I
his
need to see a.
son?
I need to see a scene. I think it could happen in Ahsoka because anything could. Obi-Wan,
Yeah,
Anakin, Luke, and Ahsoka, all together.
all together.
Yoda too. Throw in Yoda.
Yeah, why not?
Fucking throw in Qui-Gon. I don't even know why, but just throw in.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
beautiful
crazy.
scene, and
Yeah.
it's so. So my thing is now is like, do you think we get more of them together?
Like Luke and Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I
Uh,
think I think it would be an absolute miss if Dave and John never did it again.
And it just makes so much sense. Like, why wouldn't Ahsoka go and help Luke?
Right. Especially now that she's going around as a Jedi again.
Right, she definitely is now because she's helping, and she calls him Master Luke. And
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna go the route that she's gonna be a teacher at the school. I don't know because again, and we should talk about this now because it's a perfect segue. The comics are weird now, right? Because like nothing is
Dude,
sacred.
comic and book continuity is the worst thing in Star Wars right now.
Because that lightsaber is not supposed to be there, and
No,
specifically Yoda's lightsaber.
yeah, and when we talk about that, Drew brought it up, and I brought something else up too, that the original story in canon of Yoda after Order 66 was that he brought his lightsaber with him to Dagobah, and then because he felt unworthy of wielding it after letting the Jedi Order fall, he then locked it up in a box and then started hunting with like bow and arrows
Right.
for food. But then in the comics, and I think one of the Vader comics,
Yeah,
they show his lightsaber being thrown in a fire.
Masamita. But again, that could be explained by Yoda had multiple lightsaber hilts, but I don't
Yeah,
think that would make sense because we've never seen that with another Jedi. Because
yeah.
Obi-Wan and other Jedi talk about how sacred this weapon
The
is your
the
life.
the only other Jedi that I can think of that has had duplicate lightsabers was Obi-Wan, but he rebuilt his lightsaber.
Correct.
So when it wasn't the thing that like he had just spare replacements.
Nah. Yeah, I think this is his same lightsaber,
Yeah. I
and it
mean,
makes sense.
we should also say that yes, there were other models of lightsabers. Like there were like Anakin's lightsaber is known as the Graflex lightsaber.
Right.
There are multiples of it in Star Wars. Grievous has one, Anakin has one, and of course that passes down. There's multiple of Obi-Wan's, multiple of Shak
Well,
T's
they
and
you know
whatnot.
the original trilogy. I guess they never had the same design.
No,
Like from A New
and
Hope
the
to
yeah,
Empire, it's different.
from In A New Hope, it's completely different. It's like everything is inverted. There's like seven black strips instead of six. There's a different there's
Because I
a
think
bunch.
somebody took it off the set or like they lost.
they
I don't know what
they
happened.
they lost the original prop.
Of course they did.
So then they rebuilt it. And then when the prequels came around, they changed the design of it where it's thinner. The design is different. And then when the sequels brought it back, they went back to the Empire Strikes Back look, but then they
Right.
changed that look. The only time that it appears the same from movie to movie is The Force Awakens to The Last Jedi. And that is purely because those movies were filmed almost right after each other. Like,
Right.
what was it, like a year after each other?
Yeah, so TLJ filmed like literally the January after The Force Awakens was released. So,
Yeah. So
yeah. Um Ahsoka, man, that's just
it's
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's
It's crazy
crazy.
that we're still getting her. Because,
Refers to him as Master Luke. I really think though, because like, and this goes back to the comic continuity thing. We could technically call Grogu's Luke's first Padawan, like technically.
well, he
So that
is. He's
right.
straight up. Ahsoka or Luke says that Grogu will be the first student.
I mean, that kind of retcons like what we did with the
Leia.
right.
Leia was his first student.
Well, not just that. What they tried to say in the comics that Ben and a bunch of other kids were his first students.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
and
also
then
like
also,
very
also
muddy when Ben was taken in.
right because it's definitely not at the age of 5.
Definitely not because he's not there yet.
And I
'Cause-
think Ahsoka is going to be a teacher at the academy. I would assume. But
yeah,
my thing is what happens to Ahsoka? I tell me if I'm crazy. Ben kills her.
you're crazy. I think she's already dead by that point.
Ezra.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just have the sneaking suspicion that Ezra's gonna kill her.
I think there's too many. I think if we were to bring in Ezra and he were to be a Jedi, I think it would be an unfair match for Thrawn. If Thrawn had an enforcer at his hand like Ezra, I think that would be a really fair fight. And it's an opportunity for us to see Luke fight.
Yeah.
like actually fight against somebody. And I would assume Ezra's going to be very powerful at this point because Ezra is a very
Yeah.
powerful character,
Oh yeah, Ezra is definitely in like one of the top 10 most powerful Jedi.
especially if he can still control the Purgle, which I assume he can still control.
Oh yeah, I mean Ezra has an ability that Cal brief like kinda had in Fallen Order where he can connect to animals and whatnot.
Right,
Which, by the way, would be a very broken thing. Like that man can connect to the loaf wolves,
right.
the Purgil. It's like, could you imagine? I would control every animal. I would make every animal just walk beside me. They'd be my little army.
You just have like the safari of animals. That'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
like anyone wants to come near me, you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
need to get past
it
my.
makes
You need to get past my tiger first.
too much sense that Ezra would be on the dark side now. Ben with Thrawn. Thrawn's a
Yeah,
very manipulative person. I just don't. And if Ezra turns out to be a Jedi, I have total faith in Favreau and Filoni to
yeah,
figure that out. But I think it would be a lot cooler if Thrawn is the Emperor, Ezra is the new Vader.
yeah. My thing is this, okay? Um,
And who knows, like who's
yeah,
on Thrawn's side? It could be the Chiss.
yeah,
He
because
like
the Chiss is still around by this point.
he could have Imperial. He could have Mandalore forces. We don't know if he has some Mandalorians following him now. Like who knows
Because
who's following him?
the thing
Gideon.
is at this point right now, we don't know much about season three, but we speculate a lot about it. The thing to me is if Thrawn isn't on Mandalore, where would he be and why?
I don't think he's on Mandalore because I
But
don't.
why?
I
Why?
think there could be a tease of him in Mando 3, Alex, but he's not supposed to appear until Ahsoka, which is going to come out after Mando 3.
Which is why potentially I think again I say it 1,000 times. Season three should be about a failed attempt to reclaim Mandalore that claims the lives of a bunch of main characters. Because my thing with this
By the
is
way, we haven't even seen Rex. There's so many characters we haven't seen yet that are going to be in this
I
unit. It's
know
like insane.
I know it's I
Sabine,
yeah uh
Hera,
Hera, Jason, Zeb,
Jason, bro. Like
Jason.
I can't see that
Dude,
ugly kid in live action. I'm sorry, I had to
no,
say that.
I'm sorry. I know as best as anyone. The moment they bring that child into live action, they're completely redesigning him.
Please dye his hair.
Just anything but green. It looks so bad. His face looked fine. Like you could see it was Kanan. But then my whole thing is like, when did Kanan and Hera get dirty?
And my thing is like, how does like he looks nothing like Hera,
I know. How does that work?
right?
How
I don't
like
want to get into genetics of Star Wars, man. Listen, biology is fun for me, but I don't want to get into uh
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't want to get into the meiosis and of
The
two.
meiosis of Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the egg and the sperm. That's I don't know.
Yes, yes, that's what we should be getting into right now.
Did he just get Cadence 46?
Yeah. Yeah. Just this this show is like for me. Um, I don't know, man, because we talked about it briefly. That you know, over text. I think this show. In my opinion, I don't think the show knows what it wants to do anymore.
I feel like it's just like and John and Dave have talked about this. They talk about how like this is them playing with their toys. This absolutely felt like if I was a 7-year-old and I
Yes,
wanted to play with toys, this is what it felt like.
this feels like if you're like playing with your Marvel Legends or your Black Series or your Legos, you're playing with your one toy that you get so much of, but then like Hasbro or Lego releases a new set of figures and you're just like, you were cool while you lasted, but like I gotta go get these new
It's the
guys.
meme of Woody. I don't want to play with you anymore. Just throw
I
it away.
don't want you anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's like I just cannot believe like how unfocused this show is.
Doesn't know what and we knew it was gonna be a Mandalorian season 2.5, but when I thought they said that, I didn't think it was gonna like fully focus on the
Yeah,
Mandalorian. I thought he was gonna be in it. I thought other characters from the universe would be in it. But I think it was gonna fully focus on like his story for 2 minutes
But
or for like two
I will
episodes.
I will be happy if we just do not see Luke training Din right now. Because look, I think we both even agreed. Grogu's gonna take the Mandalorian chainmail, which by the way looks so stupid. I'm sorry. I thought it
It
was gonna
looks
be
like
some
it looks like something somebody would
long
wear in like during the
lingerie.
Holy Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, is he gonna go to battle for the Protestants in
I
England?
know.
Like, what is he doing? And
I
how's
just
it gonna work, bro? Is he gonna have to like take off his like the little
right.
coat that he wears, or like what's gonna happen there?
I thought he was gonna give him like a little lightsaber or like a little spear that he can fight with, bro. And then nope.
After looking at it, I'm like, dude, I kind of want you to take the lightsaber now. If I'm being honest with you,
Right. I just like, would I want to have some stripper clothes or would I want to have a cool little laser sword?
I just have a weird inkling suspicion now that there's a part of me in the back of my brain that says he's gonna take the lightsaber. I don't know why. There's
I
a
do
weird feeling in the back of my
too.
head that's like he's gonna take the
I
lightsaber.
think I think he's gonna take the chainmail, but then he's gonna go back for the lightsaber.
But I also love how this episode it
Yeah.
shows us how great of a teacher Luke is, but it also shows his failures.
Mm,
Because again, he falls into the dogma that attachments are forbid, and Ahsoka does the same thing. But again, like they do it out of fear. So again, they're falling into the dogma of the Jedi. Like they're doing it out of the fear of Vader reappearing,
mm-hmm.
even though not realizing the whole reason Vader appeared was because of the way that the Jedi
Yep.
taught. But also, Luke's a fantastic teacher. Like I loved when he, Grogu was playing with the little droid there that Luke plays with in A New
Mm.
Hope, and Grogu just looks at it, gets shot at, and he falls.
Yeah.
He's like, "Get up, always get back up."
Mm. I just also love when Grogu's after Grogu's done with it, he grabs with the force and just throws it at the ground.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know why when he did that, bro. I thought of when Venom and Let There Be Carnage was like, fuck that guy. Like,
and I love how much of a show off Luke is. Like Luke's a dickhead sometimes. Like
bro.
Grogu lifts up the one frog and tries to eat. He's
uh,
like Grogu, and then the dude's just like, "Here, let me lift 100 frogs in the air at
yeah.
once."
I love Luke's banter as a teacher, bro. Love it. It's again just like I think more and more, bro. If we're gonna see more of Luke training, I think we're gonna see some blue shadowy guys here soon. I think we got to. We got to. Like, and now do I want them in the Book of Boba Fett? No. I
No,
want them in the Mandalorian or Ahsoka.
right.
Which right now, dude, I'm still questioning what the plot of Ahsoka is going to be about. Yes, it's going to be about finding Ezra, but how thin can that go?
I mean, we could always have Boba Fett episode of that show. So,
Which, by the way, that is my actual thing that I think they should do. Is
oh yeah,
every season give an interlude story to someone else. I think that would work because then at
especially
least,
if they're going to
yeah,
be in the show eventually.
like
Like if Boba's in Mando season 3, give what has Boba been up to?
yeah, like let's see the aftermath of it,
Because fucking Boba deserves it at this point.
literally. And
And
also, like, who doesn't want to hear the Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian theme song
hey,
remix?
hey, da, 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 hey,
Dude,
da, da,
I will
da.
always say, like, they're like Star Wars themes, bro. Like, when I think of Star Wars themes, bro, that give me the chills. I think of the Force theme, Ray's theme. Um, I think of like, the end music of Force Awakens before the
Yeah,
credits roll, like that helicopter shot that they have. Which, by the
the
way,
Imperial March. The Imperial March always
yes,
gets me.
like, but not even just the Imperial March. You know the kind Vader's death theme when it goes to dun dun
Yeah,
dun, bro. It's sending chills right now. Just the Mandalorian's whistle.
burying the dead. Burying the
Yeah,
dead, especially, bro.
but bro, the Mandalorian's whistle, bro. Every time I hear it, bro, I get amped up, and it sends chills.
Woo, woo, woo.
It's just but then like. on the flip side, bro, Boba's theme,
Hey, hey.
it's just
I love it so
what
much. Ludwig Göransson, the best man, the
I think
best,
I think the only show whose theme song I'm just like it's okay is Rebels.
the
It's
Bad
just like
Batch.
oh my god, bro. Every time no that is I love their theme, but every time I heard the dun 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 dun, I always have to come back to the thought of after every single episode like that's it.
Just think about the fact that after this, we're probably gonna get that show. After this greatness, we're gonna have to go back to that.
I know,
Uh,
dude.
oh,
And I'm
Omega's in trouble again, guys. Oh God, I
oh,
swear. Oh
dude.
God, please make her
Which
more capable this season. She's
yeah,
capable. Jesus
yeah. I
Christ.
think I think
I don't even want to discuss that show. I don't even want to go into a discussion about that.
listen. I think we should start giving our finale predictions. Unless you have more to
No, no,
say
no.
on this
There's a
episode.
lot more we gotta talk because I don't think we've even mentioned Dave Filoni and just his love for Order 66, bro. This guy has
Bro,
to do.
I actually tried to take count this morning when I watched it. How many times have we seen Order 66 from another perspective? I'm trying to think. Like we see it multiple times in Revenge of the Sith. We see it in Fallen Order. We see it in Bad Batch. We
Bad
see it
Batch.
in this. We see it in the Book of Boba Fett.
Is it shown in Rebels? It's alluded to at least
Yes,
multiple
yes.
times.
We see it in season 2.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When Yoda shows Ezra a flash of how the Jedi fell.
We see it in the Clone Wars because it's like
Yeah,
visions,
yeah, and we
and
see
we
it.
actually see it.
We like actually see it. Um, trying to think. There's so
And
many
And
more. Like
Dave's basically been
comic.
at the helm at all of them almost.
Oh yeah, bro. That man knows emotional damage when he sees it, bro.
I feel like Dave Filoni just like listens to us. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do the meme that you guys think I am," but it's really interesting, and it looked fantastic. Like
It
I think
did.
we're
The
gonna see it
final
in,
first troopers look so badass.
and it was, and we're gonna see it in Kenobi. And if that's any indication of how what the temple's gonna look like in Kenobi, bro,
I
bro.
know.
But who saved Grogu, bro? I am so intrigued by
I
this.
know. I want
I'm
the
so
best.
intrigued by this. Dude, I was expecting like I was at the point where I'm like, if I see Mace Windu's hand, I'm
Also,
literally gonna throw my computer out the window. If I
let
saw
me
Mace Windu,
ask
I was
you.
expecting Mace Windu's hand at that point or something
Let
like
me
that.
ask you. Do you think this confirms that Luke possesses psychometry
Oh yeah, for sure.
because he touches Grogu and he's able to see his past?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want that. I'm sorry, but they're giving that ability out to way too many people.
Is that supposed to be a rare ability? I'm not
It's
so sure
that
on it.
that's literally said to be one of the most like rare force abilities of all time.
Well, he is like the son of the chosen one. Like he should have everything.
No. Look, I'm okay as long as they don't give him black holes again. We'll be fine. We'll be fine at that point, okay? No more black holes for Luke.
Bro, I was laughing so hard when he started to jump and he was talking about Yoda, Grogu. I'm like, no way, dude. He just starts hopping like this. I started to die laughing,
Oh,
bro.
Grogu's little hops, bro. It's so cute.
And
So
then
cute.
and then he couldn't do it later in the episode. He's like, eh,
I love
eh.
his little like, and Luke's like, "That's all you got."
That's he's like taunting him. That's all you got? There's
Yeah,
no
bro.
try. Do. There's a lot of good references to Yoda here, and I really like it's always been like weird to me because like there was a shift in Luke's character obviously in Return of the Jedi that he was much more like Yoda than he was Obi-Wan. And I think post Return of the Jedi it seems like he's carried on more of Yoda's lessons. Or that could just be the case because Grogu looks alike. But it feels like he's taken on much more of Yoda's lessons than Ben's,
Oh,
Kenobi's.
agree. Such a good point. Such a good point.
And there's one more character I want to talk about. What did you think of Din in this episode? Because he was the main character.
Wizard.
Wizard. Dude,
That's what
Pedro
I think.
Pascal just like I cried when he was looking at Grogu when he's
Dude,
like, I came all this way and
and I don't
he's
even
right there.
and I don't even get to see him, bro. I literally I like wanted to start bawling. I was like, "Oh my god."
He's just
Like
like, I just want to give him this. I'm like, no, 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 no.
I also kind of like how he kind of admits, bro, he's not doing it for Grogu's sake. He's doing it for his
Absolutely not.
sake.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, bro. He's a dad, bro. He's absolutely a
He's
dad.
like, he's like, I don't care how what he wants. I want to see him. Like I
Yeah,
came all this way to see him.
he's absolutely dead. By the way, I love when they show him flying the ship, bro. It's probably my new favorite shot in Star
Yes,
Wars.
when like that low angle. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, so good.
Honestly,
And he loves that ship now. That
oh
dude
yeah.
loves that ship.
Oh yeah. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
Uh, but it's just so amazing that they could make you like you know how he's feeling in the hell. It's almost weird. Like you could almost see Pedro's face and
Dude,
like
I
what he's feeling.
just take the helmet off.
Yeah, I should take it off more. I can't lie.
Just take it off. Nobody
I will
wants to
say
see it anymore.
the first time I saw him take it off, I was like, oh, that's a little jarring. Cause like it's kind of weird. You kind of make. I mean, I knew Pedro was playing him, but you kind of make a picture of what they look like by the way they sound. It's just like a
Hmm.
psychological thing. And then more and more as he takes it off, it's like, yeah, okay, that's
I
him under
want
there.
I want him to take it off. Okay, that's what I want.
Yeah, I want him to
Uh,
take it off. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, but he was fantastic, dude.
yeah.
They get that character. They understand that character because that's
I
their
think
baby.
I think Din has easily the best argument, top two character in Star Wars in terms of writing.
He's great. Like him.
I don't think they've ever had a single misstep with his character.
I can't say Luke because TLJ is pretty controversial. Whatever side you like.
Yeah.
Um, Obi-Wan's pretty consistent with, but who fucking knows with Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Who knows?
Um,
They might call it Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro, and all of a sudden it's going to be about
Jar
fucking
Jar Binks.
Jawa.
Yeah,
Like
Pelly. We're gonna see Pelly. We're definitely gonna see a Pelly Moto cameo, aren't we? We're definitely gonna see
yes,
Pelly.
Mandoverse tie-ins, baby,
Mandoverse,
Mandoverse.
baby. Mandoverse.
Yeah, I'm excited, but
I actually said in a Discord like today. I said, I can't stop thinking about this episode or something like that. It was so great because people were
yeah,
talking about it. And I said, "Long live the Filoni verse."
I
Somebody said,
did.
"You know this ties into the sequels, right?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yes." What does that have to do with my comment? And by the way, this episode did a fantastic job of that. Gave us
yes.
Clone Wars elements, gave us prequel elements, had the feel of the original trilogy in this new Mandoverse, and
Hmm.
it had a sequel trilogy tie-in with Luke's temple. It did a
Yeah,
great job of incorporating everything. It had Mandalorians, it had Jedi, it had
yeah.
bounty hunters, it
And
had Tatooine.
honestly, yeah, it's at this point in the timeline, bro. I would prefer them to not go towards the sequels and remind us about the past. So, as a sequel fan, I don't give a shit if it ties in little to the sequel trilogy. I want to go back, anyways, as it is.
I mean, I don't mind it as somebody who's not a massive fan because if this story helps me understand that world better, even if
Mhm.
it's really early in the timeline, it might make me appreciate it more. By the way, I don't want him to touch as much sequel trilogy stuff because I feel like we need to move away from that for at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's make finale predictions. And oh, by the way, again, Cobb Vanth, that opening scene was fantastic. What
Yes,
does he
love
say?
it.
What does he keep saying? I can't remember the line he keeps saying to them.
What?
Uh,
Oh
he
my
says,
god. Oh, I think he says like, think about it,
"Think about." Yeah, I was laughing, dude. He
dude.
sounds like such a dad. He's like, "Think about it.
Yeah,
Think about it."
dude, he was giving me, you're not that guy, pal. He kept
Right.
giving me that. He kept giving me that. Like, you're not that guy, pal. You're
You're the
not that
smart
guy.
one.
Yeah. Love it. It was so funny. Drew, finale predictions. Who's
By the way,
dying?
pull your belt up a little bit.
I know. I don't know.
Come on, man. I listen. I know you got to be all sheriff, but pull the belt up.
I know. I know. I know. Drew, who's dying?
Next week?
Next week, who is gonna bite the dust?
Well, first off, I think we got to ask who the hell's in it.
Who is in it? That's a good question. But who of what we know, who currently in the show is biting the dust? Is Cad gonna die? Is Boba gonna die? Is Fennec gonna die? Well, Din's not gonna die. He already has confirmed season 3. Is Grogu gonna die? Is Grogu gonna get shot in the face?
No.
What do
Well, I
you
don't think
think?
I don't.
Grogu will never die. Okay.
I don't think Grogu is in the
Nothing to
next
worry at all.
episode. Unless we see a post-credit scene with him going back with Mando. That's what I think happens. I think that's what the setup is. That's what how we had the Boba post credit scene.
Yeah.
I think we get the post-credit scene for Mando
I
3
was really disappointed we didn't get a post-credit scene, by the way, on this episode. You know what? They need to start doing more of them.
next week. Next week for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody bites the bullet. I really don't.
I got a prediction.
By the way, did Max Rebo die?
No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there, bro. Shout out to the Kane, bro. The Kane.
He lives. He lives. As far as I'm aware, he wasn't there. He wasn't in shot, so.
But they killed the baddie, bro. They killed Jennifer Beals, man. That's.
Just cannot. I cannot believe, like.
I was laughing so hard that Trent's
I-
like, "Hey, you forgot your Camp Tona here, bro."
I just cannot believe, bro. 2 shows in a row on Disney Plus, and they just had these characters who were like, oh, they're up to something. They're not. They're up to no good. And then it just turns out, no, they were actually like pretty cool people. And I'm specifically referring to Jack Duquesne. And,
Wait, are you saying Jennifer Beals' character is the Jack Duquesne of?
Yes, literally just wanted to help Boba Fett out, and we were all like, no, you're the werewolf. You're the werewolf.
But I also love what this episode's I don't know if you've looked at it, what this episode's like caption is. This episode's caption is
so bad, bro.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It says mysteries are explored and Boba Fett learns new information. What information did he learn?
I gotta be honest, bro. I literally, like, at the 26-minute mark is when we go to Tatooine. I made sure I knew. And I said, oh my gosh, we're finally going to see Boba Fett. And I was like, that was it?
I'm like, bro, he could have at least went with Din to go talk to Cobb Vanth. Like, he couldn't do that?
He could have said what Fennec said.
Yeah, I feel like that a lot, bro. Like, sometimes I'm like, why does Fennec need to say this? Why can't he say it?
I don't know, man.
Or why does he say that? I don't know.
Right.
I will say, we mentioned this before we went on. I said, I feel bad for Tamora Morrison and Me Not When. Because I feel like they've gotten shafted. And, like, it's so tough, bro, because, like, they've been saying, oh, the show gets better. And it did get better, but they weren't in the fucking show.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate events, man. Unfortunate events. But hey, at least it's good Star Wars. Can't complain.
And the finale needs to be an hour long, and I think it's going to be.
2 hours.
It needs to be a movie, bro. It needs to
be a movie, bro. They need to wrap up Fennec. They need to wrap up Boba, Chrysanthemum, the mods, Din, Luke, Ahsoka, Grogu, everyone. Everyone needs wrapped up. Okay, no one's dying. I feel the same way. I think the only person who could die is Cad. And I don't think they'll kill him.
Okay, so I also think we get more bounty hunters next week on both sides. I think we get some Bossk. I also think we get
wartime, baby.
Denga.
I don't know.
Cobb.
I definitely think, by the way, if we get Bossk or Dengar, they're not siding with Boba Fett.
Absolutely not.
If you know if you know what Boba did to them in their last interactions with each other, there's no way in hell Dengar or Bossk are siding with Boba.
What happened with Dengar's? I know what happened with Bossk. Like, this dude Bossk lost his legs and
basically same thing. He left him to die.
Nice. What a king. And by the way, it's really weird that Cad Bane used like Boba working with the Empire as an insult. Like, bro, you literally worked with the same Sith Lord like 20 years ago, bro. That's not an insult. He's a cold-blooded killer who worked with the Empire. What were you up to for 20 years, bro? You just laid low?
Yeah. What else was
interesting? I think we get a confrontation between Cad and Boba.
Or Fennec.
Or Fennec. Or both.
Or both.
Bossk works his way into this somehow. There's some other cool bounty hunters.
Orlam, potentially.
Maybe.
IG-88's dead.
Is it IG-11?
IG-11's dead too.
Wait, they're both dead?
Yeah.
What happened to the one from Empire? Which one is that? IG-11, right?
Yeah, his head was getting tossed around in Cloud City.
Really?
I think that was him, at least. I'm pretty sure that was.
Oh, wow. I did not know that. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yes, he trailed Boba to Cloud City, and then he died.
Who killed him? I hope it's Ice Cream Man.
Um,
You know who I'm talking about, right? Ice Cream Man.
yes. Uh, okay. I'm sorry. He didn't die. He was nearly destroyed and then popped up decades later.
Okay.
And this show does not take place decades later. But who knows? They don't give a shit about the books or the comics, so subject to change. Subject to change.
True. Um, I don't know what happens next week. I think we get Han Solo.
I do too.
I don't know how.
I think I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna beat the Pikes, and then the big girl is coming.
So
Kara's
you think Kiara's revealed?
yes, sir.
Now I also think that Kiara has her own show.
I think this as well. By the way, I think Kira is coming, and you know who else I think gets teased? The other big blue man with red eyes,
I don't see
Grandpappy
that.
Ron.
I don't see
Ooh,
that.
I
How do
see
you
it.
think he gets teased though?
I think we're gonna get revealed that Kira and Thrawn are working together.
That would be nuts.
That would literally be Crimson Dawn and fuck, what are they called? What is Thrawn's people's name? Oh, the
The
Chiss
Chiss,
Ascendancy.
but it's
Blank
from
right
with it.
there.
I don't think so. I think we do get Kira revealed as pulling the strings. Amelia Clark, baddie. So like I'm all down with that.
Bro, okay, but
Um,
what about if they resurrect Maul for the
I would laugh.
for the fourth time?
I would laugh. He just has a cybernetic like patch right here.
Yeah, just from his face down.
Oh, that's right, because he gets yeah, it's weird.
He
He gets
get
cut in the face.
his official death is he gets slashed from the face down, but they couldn't show it on Rebels.
Oh, okay. Then he's okay. I thought
I
he was just
mean,
cut
now
here.
granted, Obi-Wan did bury him and then burn him alive or set him on fire.
Hey,
So, yeah,
I still like.
He survived a bottomless pit. So who cares?
Listen, my headcanon's always been that Vader didn't die on the Death Star. He died when Luke was burning him. Um,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Hey, stop burning me." Then no. Um, yeah. So Han appears, and I think it's gonna be because the New Republic. I think the New Republic's gonna be like something funky's going on here.
Well, no,
Uh,
it's really weird because the New Republic is on Tatooine, but they're not doing anything to stop the Pike Syndicate.
I don't think they care,
I don't either.
which is really weird. Why don't they care?
Funny. Well, the thing is at this point in the timeline, the New Republic is heavily compared to the Empire as being worse.
Right. Well, I mean, Mayfeld talks about it. Bill Burr's character, like, the New Republic, the Empire, it's all the same to these people. It's all the same to simpletons. It's no different.
Yeah, because the difference is that the Empire cared about all this stuff. Now, granted, it wasn't cared like, oh, we care about the citizens for their well-being. They cared for it because of profit and whatnot.
Right.
But at least they maintained it to a
Right.
degree. The New Republic doesn't care because it's Tatooine,
Yep.
basically. Um, yeah, I think for my final predictions, I think it's just going to be bounty hunt. I think we're just going to get a Civil War esque event. Probably going to be Cobb Vanth because he almost definitely survived
100%.
versus Boba or Cobb Vanth, Boba, Din, Fennec, Chrysanthemum versus
The
Cad,
mods
Boss.
and Freetown
Yeah.
and Moss
Well, yeah,
Pelgo,
I'm
yeah.
I'm talking about the big boys,
Oh,
the
yeah,
big,
yeah.
Boba Fett's not, and Fennec aren't important, so or
Right.
Chrysanthemum, or Cobb Vanth. It's just Mando. He matters. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Where was the dark saber at? It was not with Mando in this episode. I made sure I looked at it because I was like, "Where's the dark saber at?" It doesn't have it.
They leave it in the ship.
Why though? Why would you leave it there? That weapon can cut through anything except Beskar.
Why did he not ask Luke to help him or Ahsoka?
Oh, Could you imagine that? On screen is a standard green lightsaber, Ahsoka's purified white lightsaber,
In black.
and then the black dark saber.
That would be beautiful.
And then what? You got to imagine if Ezra's also on there, he's probably bled his crystal, so a red lightsaber too.
Oh my god. See Ezra swinging a red lightsaber. Wow, 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 wow.
Just imagine, just generic lightsaber, bled lightsaber, cured lightsaber, and then dark saber.
Wow. Beautiful.
Orgasm. Ah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
Han Solo's gonna appear, man.
almost certainly. Who do you think played by? Do you think they're going to do the Mark Hamill effect, or do you think they're
Yeah.
going to have Alden play him?
I don't think Alden's gonna play him.
I'd be really sad. I really want him to play him.
I do too.
I think he was an amazing Han Solo.
I think they should have. Well, if Luke looks that good, I don't care. But I really wish Sebastian Stan was Luke. That'd be really cool.
I do too. I do too.
I know you. I know I changed your mind on it.
You didn't change my mind. I had to have a lot of people convince me about it, but you were a big pusher of it.
Yeah, yeah. He just looks so much like him. But he would be like a jacked Luke Sky. Like he'd be a thick boy Luke Skywalker. He'd be really jacked.
Bro would tell. That would be the Luke that Ben would never turn on, bro.
No, no, no. It's like that meme of the puppy that lays down and then it's the dog. It's like,
Yes.
no. I think it's gonna be crazy, man. An hour long. I expect it to be. Do we want to watch it
Cameos.
together?
I'd be down. I'd be down to watch it. 3 a.m. watching, or do you want to watch it after?
I don't want to watch it after. I'll watch it early.
Okay, I'll be down.
We'll talk
for
about it. And then I think I'm gonna get some people on. I think I'm gonna get Derek on, and I'm probably gonna text Element.
Yes.
Get 4 people.
Yes. Yes. We need to get the dyad on here, bro. We've been planning that shit forever.
And have some fun and talk about it. Then I don't know what we're gonna do after because we don't have a plan. So, oh, is it mine?
No, I'm saying we could do that. But oh yeah, I forgot you have question of the week this week. He's
Okay.
caught me off. Didn't you call me about this?
Yeah, I did. So my question of the week, Alex, it has to do with the last week's episode.
Hold on. We got to rank the episode.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
What is your rating of the episode?
10 out of 10. And let's rank the season so far.
5.
No. Rate the episodes.
Oh.
He just said 5. He just said 5. No context. 5.
5 out of 10.
Just said
sorry.
5.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say I don't care. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
6, 5, 4. No, 6, 5, 2. No, 6, 5, 2, 4. 1, 3.
No.
And it's really sad. Robert Rodriguez's episodes are the
0
worst.
good episodes, bro. No
It's
good
so
episodes
sad.
from that man.
It's so sad.
I'm feeling
And
so
by
bad
the way,
his man.
you know who's directed the finale?
Don't say him. Don't
Robert
say him.
Rodriguez, because he's directed 3 episodes. I'm nervous. I'm kind of nervous because his action's been pretty lackluster.
Bro, give us Bryce Dallas Howard directing this finale. Give that woman a show.
And that's a perfect segue into my question of the week. It has to do with last week's episode. I think I already know your answer because you just alluded to it. But do you want Bryce Dallas Howard working on a Star Wars series or a Star Wars movie? And if so, what movie or series do you want her to work on? By the way, I didn't know this. She played Gwen Stacy in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3. I learned that last week.
When I saw Gwen, I was like, is that Bryce Dallas Howard?
I learned that last week. Dude, I had no idea, like, my whole life that was Bryce Dallas Howard.
I already know. You already know what I want. I want her to direct the penultimate movie of this Mandoverse. Because there definitely needs to be one. So that's my absolute easiest answer. Just give that woman a movie.
You want her to direct a Favreau Filoni, and what I will say is I don't think that's going to be a theatrical release. I think that'll be a Disney Plus movie.
Disney Plus release. Well, let me ask, what would you name it? Would you just name it The Mandalorian? No, because that's putting in Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, and Mandalorian. Like,
Ahsoka. Who else? I really think this episode kind of sets up a Luke show. If I'm being honest with you,
dude. What if they named the movie them? If they made a movie, what if they named it the Book of the Mandalorian? Really combine the shows, because you got to think like these are chapters.
What if they called it Heir to the Empire to play on like the
The
story?
comic series,
Yeah, with Timothy Zahn.
and
It's not clever, but Thrawn will be the main villain of that movie with Ezra, I think. But how far away do we think that is?
I could see that being the Kevin Feige movie if you want me to be real with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it makes sense. Favreau
Or
and
give Taika Waititi a play in this field, bro.
bro, I think Taika's just gonna make something so weird that we don't
I
even
think
know.
I gotta be honest. Like I know we're not. I know like you need to answer this question. I'm gonna be quick about this. I think Taika's gonna direct something in the High Republic.
Yeah, could see it. But yes, Bryce Dallas Howard, give us a movie, the movie that wraps this Filoni, Mandoverse, Favreauverse up, and or Solo 2.
Yes.
I
Let
really feel like she could give a lot out of that story, and it
yeah.
doesn't have to really focus on
Her
Han.
her
It can focus
dad
a lot on Kira.
her dad directed the first one, and
Yeah,
then could have the daughter do the next one. There we go.
yeah.
I 1,000% agree. I think I
She's
honestly
fucking
think
fantastic. She gets
yeah
better. She
every
did the Sanctuary, she did the Harris, and she did
yeah
last week's episode.
yeah
She's
it's
fantastic.
every episode she records is good. It's at
Yeah,
least every episode she records is at least like a 9 out of 10.
yeah. She's great.
The only time I can think about it is the Sanctuary, but I'd literally rank it like an 8.5.
Yeah. I got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. Hey, look, do you want me to do another question of the week?
We'll save it.
Okay, we'll save it. But look, I gotta, I gotta ask you something. Okay,
Okay.
like there are so many projects coming out like for Star Wars right now. Let me
Mm.
ask you this. Would you have this movie that I think that a lot of people, by the way, have started thinking should happen for this Filoniverse? Do you think that we should have just one movie and this should be the end of it, or do you think we should have like multiple crossover movies, like have a
I think
or even have like a dedicated like show quotes that is dedicated to these crossovers? Make them 2 hours long.
I think that we're gonna get. There'll probably be another show in this universe. I think there's gonna be two movies. I think one's gonna be the Infinity War, and I think one's gonna be the Endgame.
Yes, because my thing also is like I think this could also work as I almost said trilogy.
Right.
Um, like again, but I don't think it
Like
should
I feel
be.
like we're in the first part of the Mandoverse, and then
Yeah,
at the end of that, you give us the first movie. Second
one.
part,
Some
you
might
give
say
us the.
this is the phase one.
This is phase one. It's crazy. It's crazy that we're
Yeah,
even having this discussion.
I know it's amazing, but like I gotta also ask like. Basically, it's already been basically confirmed that Star Wars is never going to dip with time travel.
Right.
But I think I've discussed this with you. Star Wars is like the perfect universe for a multiverse. I don't know why we've never seen it.
I'd love a what if.
A what if would be just as cool too. But like, you know what I'd be afraid of, bro? What if Star Wars tried to pull off what No Way Home did and try to like, oh, I just couldn't imagine because
Like variants of Anakin Skywalker walking around. That'd be so
because
weird.
my thing like this is that
I
I
don't want,
want
by the way, I don't want them to do a
no,
multiverse. I
I
think you
don't
get into
either.
funky territory with that,
No,
and it
the
only
moment
works in comics.
the moment they bring in the multiverse, bro, sequels aren't canon. It happened in a universe that isn't the prime timeline or isn't the prime
Because you could
universe.
do a lot of funky stuff with that I don't like. Like I don't even like the world between worlds because it just brings up a
It's so
funky
weird.
conversation.
It's so weird. Like the world between
Because
worlds is like
when I heard Ben Solo's voice, I'm like, this is gonna bring up a lot of funky conversations
yeah.
that happen. Now I know the world between worlds, you can't go to those. I don't know how to describe. You can't go to those places, but you
It's
can pull people out of them. It's really
yeah.
weird.
It's weird because you can't step into them. It's not like a Doctor Strange portal where you can step through it and all of a sudden you're at that timeline or something like that. or I should say more a TVA portal. Make that a little bit easier. It's more or less a thing you can stop events from happening.
Hmm.
But then it's like, well, wouldn't that be considered new realities?
Right. So would that alter the main timeline, or would it make a alternate
Because the way
timeline?
that I'm thinking about it is, you know how Harry Potter has the time travel of things that happen are always meant to happen?
Right.
Is that kind of like what we're gonna have with Star Wars?
Right.
Unofficial time travel of things are always meant to happen? Like with the Ahsoka versus Vader duel. We know she survives it from season two. You don't need the world between worlds to know she survives. You see her at the end of the episode walk
Right.
down into the temple. But maybe it was the thing that she was always meant to survive, but how she did it didn't matter.
Right.
It's
Correct.
just that she survived.
Yeah.
Because again, I think Star Wars is this weird thing that, yes, in theory, time travel and the multiverse works, but it doesn't at the same time.
No. No.
There's
I
no
don't
balance
like.
to
I
it.
don't want it to happen. I don't.
I don't either. I think the moment that you start doing things like the multiverse and time travel in Star Wars, bro, is the moment that the fandom's gonna go to shit. And I think right now, this is the best I've ever seen the fandom.
Yeah. It was absolutely. It's been beautiful the last 2 weeks. I can't wait to see where it goes. It's
Yeah,
just the Floatyverse, the Mandoverse. It is the future
saving
of Star
Star
Wars,
Wars. It
and I
saved
haven't
it.
made a video on it yet. But I really think that when it's all said and done, we'll look back and we'll say this is the best part of Star Wars ever. It will beat out the original trilogy. And never thought I'd say those words in my
Yeah,
life, but I
agreed.
think that's what we're gonna look at in a
Yeah,
decade from now when we show our kids Star Wars. It's not gonna be the original trilogy. It's gonna be this because this is gonna be a special place in everyone's heart,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's gonna. I really believe, Alex, that this is the golden age, and it's gonna really bring back Star Wars. And I really think that it might top what Marvel's doing. I really
Yeah.
think that.
Well, let me ask you. Let this be our final thing we talk about. How many seasons do you think of these shows do you think we're gonna get, and vice versa? How many movies related to this do you think we should get?
Mandalorian 4.
Really, I think we should get way more. I think we should get like up to like 7 seasons.
Well, with Mando, it's like okay, so next season's gonna be about him finding out how to become a leader, and then I could see season 4 him leading Mandalore, him reestablishing his way, and then that's it. But he still appears in other things. The Book of Boba Fett 2, maybe 3.
I feel like with the Book of Boba Fett, it's the most susceptible. That could go on for and like forever because you got to
Ahsoka's
think,
just one.
which is so unfortunate. So unfortunate.
I think we're gonna get a Luke show.
I do too. I think we're gonna get a Kira show, Crimson Dawn,
Yeah, and I think there could be something with the. I still think there could be. You know who would I'd like to be the lead of Rangers of the New Republic?
Hera.
Cobb Vanth.
No,
Yeah,
he should just stay with Freetown.
nope. Timothy Oliphant. And I would like him, but I like Rangers to be almost like a show that bounces around, shows us different Rangers.
I do too.
Cause who's the Duro from Versio works with him from Battlefront.
Shit.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes. Why can't I not? He's my favorite character. Um.
You could make Versio a Ranger.
Yeah, she is a. Oh, shit. I don't remember her. Uh. Shriv. That's his name. Shriv. I
Rex.
remembered it. Yeah, Rex. What? Hold on. What was Iden Versio's rank in the Rebel Alliance? She it says here that she was it says that here that she was a commander.
Yeah, I think it would make sense that they just do different episodes with different Rangers because you kind of have to have the New Republic story here.
Yeah.
Thrawn, a Thrawn show. What's he been up to?
Yeah. Carson.
He could
Yep.
be in Rangers, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot of possibilities here.
I
Very
know.
exciting.
I'm gonna say her name Okay. Now, would he get triggered? Cara Dune?
Yes, just with the new actress,
Yeah. Let's just. I can play Cara Dune.
Don Cheadle. Uh,
And no, we should actually have
no, but for real, like I'm like because of a certain sectum of the fandom, like, and I hate fandom debates. It's so fucking
yeah,
stupid. I have
they're
to
my
see it on TikTok all the time.
they're my
Uh,
favorite. I just get to laugh at a bunch of random people I don't who I don't
right? It's like
know.
who fucking cares? You like the same universe, bro. Like who cares? Um, I was like, yeah, it's gonna piss off a lot of people, but now I'm like, yeah, let's recast. Why not?
If it's gonna stop making people cry, just recast her.
Not just that. It's like it would kind of make sense. Like she took in Moff Gideon. Like, what are you just gonna say? Yep, Cara Dune like fell into space vacuum and died. Yeah.
Give her a funeral for all we care. She just died. That's it. She tweeted
Somebody,
something
somebody,
insensitive.
somebody said that I laughed at this. Somebody said I don't think Gina's a terrible person. I think she's ignorant, sure, maybe, but like, yeah, she didn't listen to what Lucasfilm said. Lucasfilm has the right to fire her. They did that. That's all I gotta say about that. And I think you think the same way. Um, but somebody said she should die on a planet, because she didn't wear like a oxygen mask.
Yeah. What they should do
That would be so funny. I can't lie.
is, you know how they have the Hollow Net?
Right.
She should get like doxxed uh, on the Hollow Net, and then they should have like Cad Bane go and find her, and we find out Cad killed her.
Oh my god.
Just like be ultimate toxic. To, to
That would be so funny, bro.
oh my goodness.
Oh man. But no, I didn't mind the character, and I didn't mind Gina. So, but whatever, just listen to what your bosses say. That's all I gotta say about that.
I'm just flabbergasted right now with this
I'm
episode.
glad we're away from that, bro. I can't even stop thinking about it, bro. It's just. It's,
Look, I got an arc reactor on my chest.
uh, Toby and Andrew had an interview last week. Pretty cool. It was awesome.
Yeah. And wasn't Tom a part of that interview too?
Absolutely, yeah. But I was specifically saying that Toby and Andrew
Wow.
were in it.
Obviously, Tom, like, who's Tom Holland?
And Toby alludes to the fact that he's not done.
Oh my gosh. Also, can we please talk about this stupid cast list that was going around? It's fake.
Oh,
It's
it's so weird. I didn't even
fake.
see it, but it has like every character that's not supposed to be in the
It's
movie in it.
they literally have just every actor in the world on this cast list. Like
Oh, by the way,
Debbie Ryan's on it.
oh, is she? I didn't even read it. Tell me, if you know about this. The text with you in the private chat.
Oh no. No, Drew, I don't know about you sending your news to me by mistake.
Okay, Jesus. I spelled
um,
his name wrong, but whatever.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
assuming everyone either speculated or knew.
What do you think? I'm gonna keep it
Man,
kind of ominous. I'm so excited, and I
dude,
think
he's perfect.
he's gonna play the MCU version.
Absolutely,
Dude, so excited, bro. So
absolutely,
excited.
absolutely. All I'm gonna say is all I
Oh, and
want
by
to
the way,
hear.
you know who else is probably gonna be in it?
Ooh, me.
I'll text this also in the private chat.
Oh, I think we had two different things.
No, I don't think I don't think Chris is in it. No, I don't think Chris Evans is in it.
No. Oh
By
my
the way,
good.
what did you think? We were going to talk about this. What did you think of James Gunn's comments on Guardians 3?
No, well,
Not surprised.
gotta be honest. I don't care about the Guardians. So.
Wow.
Sorry. I love Guardians 1. I don't really like Guardians 2. Zoe. Zoe.
So I take it Drax dies for sure, because what's his purpose at this point?
Drax, Rocket, Baby Groot, or
No,
Groot,
Baby Groot doesn't die. Nebula,
Nebula. I think Star-Lord's the only survivor.
dazed.
Yeah.
Star-Lord and Gamora. Let them live happy ever after.
Gamora's dead.
Right, but the variant.
What variant? She died. She got dusted. Dusted.
Really?
Yeah, the script confirms that Gamora was a part of that people who died.
What?
Sir, are you new?
What? Wait.
Yes.
What?
Is
Dude, this is
Gamora
just like when
alive?
you. This is just like a long time ago when we talked about Agents of Ultron, and Sam says, "Oh, I'm still on that missing persons case," and I always thought it was talking about Bucky. What? Are you serious? I thought that. I thought. Wait. I thought Gamora was confirmed for Guardians 3. What?
No, I gotta pull up the script again.
What? I'm looking this up. Is Gamora in Guardians 3?
I'm gonna read. No, hold on. Not there.
Wait.
Not there. 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 Now I need Gamora.
Bro,
What do you want
Alex.
from me?
She was literally doing her makeup for Gamora and while Guardians 3 was filming.
Where was it the screen?
Alex, look at my screen. You're wrong.
Hold on.
Alex, look, you're wrong.
I don't know, man. Your source is like not very reliable. That's just my opinion. No, no. Hold on. I have to scroll down 149 pages on this screenplay.
Yeah, look, she was doing her makeup.
I'm going to it. Okay, I'm going.
You're wrong, bro.
Where is Gamora? Where is Gamora? Right here. It says it right here.
Share it.
Okay. Oh yeah. I forgot. Okay, I forgot I could do that. Okay, stop. Stop yelling at me.
But I just showed you proof she's in Guardians 3.
Where's the thing at? Oh god, I'm dying. Where's it at? Oh,
It's
there.
the share button.
I know. I couldn't find the script.
I cannot.
I'll read all the.
Can you read it to me?
Okay. It says. Snap, whoosh, the tidal wave evaporates in the mist. All around the fields, Sakarans and Outriders fold in on to themselves. Atoms disintegrating. Thanos looks around, watching his troops disappear. Ships vanish from the sky. Coals, Chitauri, all blow away, leaving Thanos standing alone. After a long moment, he sits down on a rock and accepts his fate. He watches as his atoms dissolve. Finally, Thanos disappears. Across the field, Quill turns to Gamora but finds her gone.
But that's not shown in the movie.
Well, we can also see by the end of the movie, he's still searching for her and finds nothing.
Well, you know what? She's in Guardians 3, so.
I mean, I have no reason to suspect she isn't.
That's weird, though, that they did
the
that.
Script. It's weird because the script says nothing about this. The screenplay says that there is. And I think it was the writer said that she's not alive.
Well, don't the writers and the directors see time travel differently, anyways?
They don't agree on anything in that movie.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Do you think Gunn will be back for more Marvel though?
They'd be stupid if they didn't bring him back.
Right. He's doing great with Peacemaker right here, so he's gonna be doing some stuff on the DC side, but I think there's gonna be a new team probably established with Adam Warlock's character. Could we see the Eternals?
Maybe.
I do not want to see Eros, bro.
But like, I want to see Eroshim.
Right. Secret Invasion is filming in London.
Still filming. Probably not going to come out this year. Sad face.
Probably not. There's some rumors about some Skrulls playing Ant-Man, I believe.
Batman is 3 hours,
Yeah,
bitches.
we talked about that. Yeah, there's not much else to talk about, but I think
Dead,
that's gonna wrap it up.
dead week. Dead week.
Next week we'll be back for the Book of Boba Fett finale. I'm so sad.
Finale.
It's the finale.
Finale. Oh.
It's the finale. Um, and then we get some time off, and then busy stretch. You got Moon Knight, Batman, the Batman, Iron Batman.
Which did
Uh,
honestly, my hype for that movie's kind of dwindling. Not gonna lie.
a little bit, because I'm being honest. I'm more excited for Moon Goat than I am.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't trust Warner. I mean, I trust Matt Reeves, but I'm a little worried about the Warner Bros. But yeah, man, we got a busy stretch,
Yes, we
obviously.
do.
And we'll probably have the baddest of matches.
Yay! Cannot wait.
By the way, Alex, I don't know.
Also, I saw, by the way, Kenobi is expected for a unfortunate
June or
July
July
release.
release. I
So
don't mind that.
sad.
A summer show, but May the 4th. It's your holiday.
It's literally like the day. You know what? Who
I know.
cares? Who cares? Obviously, Lucasfilm doesn't.
No, they don't. All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's show. I did the show in with 101-degree fever, so
Jeez, go you.
I'm going to go and sleep. So thank you. May the force be with you. Go follow Alex at Candy in my van on TikTok today.
Sorry, I just had to get that cough out.
He's gonna be making some probably not TikTok
Yes,
comment.
well,
3D
listen.
printer TikTok
When
comment.
when I order a new printer bed for my thing, I'm making the Mandalorian helmets.
Let's go.
I got a few. I got some props. I got one of them in my hand right now. I got some props that are in the work right now. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Follow me, of course, on TikTok at Hammy D-Man, and follow us both at Wars in the Stars on TikTok. We've been doing pretty well over there, so check us out. Again, may the force be with you, and may you stay burdened with glorious purpose. I wanted you to say it, but whatever.
Oh, I gotta be honest, bro. Every time you